This week on the Fairfield County Farm page, Connie Smith talks with Lancaster High School FFA instructor Brandon Thomas and Lancaster High School FFA president Hailey Ring.
Welcome to the Fairfield County Farm page. Always a pleasure to bring FFA students, but even more fun to bring their advisors in and chat with them. I have Mr. Brandon Thomas, first year teacher at Lancaster High School, but not your first rodeo.
No, this is year 14.
Year 14, yeah.
It's been a long time coming to be year 14. It feels like it's taken forever, but we're finally here.
Yeah, you're here. And new location, new school. Tell me, how does it feel? Because Lancaster is kind of a newer program. I mean, or bringing it back from what it was to what it can be. And you're got your sleeves rolled up doing the job.
So Lancaster was actually started back in 1929 and ran till 1932.
Yeah.
And then they went away for a moment and came back in 1950, and they've had a chapter ever since then.
Okay.
I found that out by talking to a previous instructor.
Mm-hmm.
The issue is we've had some turnover rate.
Yeah.
So hitting the ground running and having the background experience that I have of operating in Fairfield County, being from Fairfield County,
Sure.
I'm able to hit the contacts that I've made throughout my years here at Fairfield County,
Mm-hmm.
and really start creating a program that is bringing that historic and legacy back.
Yeah. How does that feel?
It's a lot of pressure, but luckily with the experience that I've gained throughout my 14 years, and starting out in my first 3 years of teaching, building a program and restarting it is bringing that pressure back. But I thrive under pressure,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a great experience to try to build that and see the students' eyes come wide open and see that light bulb and see their successes really brings my pride into it and makes me feel proud.
Well, I would bet, and now you correct me if I'm wrong, but I would bet that this is like the first time for many of these children to compete in a career development event, or know what a speaking contest is, or to do any of those kinds of things.
Last year they did have an advisor that was starting to bring the FFA chapter back.
Sure.
So there was some already foundation there for my juniors, now seniors.
Mm-hmm.
So they were able to be involved, but trying to get these first year members or second year members to see the broad spectrum of what FFA can really do for them and how involved they truly can get has been a challenge, but they've really embraced those challenges. And our first two contests that we did this year was animal management and aquarium management. New contest for me, but not for the school. We actually placed 7th in the state.
Oh my gosh.
So we were really proud of that accomplishment, and I'm really proud of my students for being able to put the time in to get that close. We've had some other successes throughout the year through public speaking and other contests as well.
Yeah. Well, it always, as it takes practice to build those teams, to get those kids working together, and then to do, the studying and the practicums and all the things you have to do to find a team that really gels. Yeah.
So my focus this year was to have fun with kids.
Yeah.
And take them to new things, and go to farm science review and show them what agriculture truly can be and how expansive it is.
Mm-hmm.
So our focus at the school is mostly animal science, but I'm slowly bringing in plant science. We've got a couple tower gardens. I'm working on purchasing another plant, another grow tower as well.
Mm-hmm.
I want to bring aquaponics into it and truly expand their knowledge on agriculture and not so much of a focus on animal science.
Yeah. And the world of agriculture seems to change almost every year.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like there's just different things to learn, new technologies. And, how do you feel, Brandon, when you see that light bulb moment? What do you think when you see that?
That light bulb moment is what brought me into teaching. Growing up on a farm, not everyone gets to experience what I've experienced in my life. And so when that light bulb moment of those kids finally seeing what agriculture truly is and what FFA can do for them, it's one of my joys in life, and that's what I truly enjoy doing.
Yeah. Well, it shows.
Yeah, thank you.
It really shows. And, kudos to you for starting over brand new school, new kids, getting everybody involved and doing things. You have a banquet this year?
We did. It was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
We had roughly 165 people there, which is a little bit different than what I'm used to.
Yeah.
But we had a great banquet. Students were very involved in planning and executing, and then we were able to get every single student that came to the banquet across that stage and be recognized for something.
Oh, that's awesome. How do they feel, Brandon, when you introduce those blue jackets to them?
Again, that's one of those nice joys. When a kid gets that first blue jacket, they understand that they're now joining a family.
Yeah.
FFA is a family to me, and that's the atmosphere that I want to create for these individuals. So I want them to have pride when they wear it, and I want them to be proud of what they can accomplish in that jacket.
Wow. Special guest today, Lancaster High School FFA teacher, no stranger to FFA in Fairfield County, Mr. Brandon Thomas. Very pleased to have him here. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Keep that smile going. That's very cool. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Morning and welcome to the OSU Extension Farm Page. Always a pleasure to be with you, but even more of a pleasure when we bring FFA students in. And this morning we have Hailey Rings from Lancaster FFA, a junior in the program. Welcome, Hailey.
Thank you.
I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you. I'm so glad I'm here as well. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so let's learn about you. Junior at Lancaster High School and in the FFA program. Tell us a little bit about what inspired you to become in the FFA program at Lancaster High School.
So ever since I was little, I've always been interested in animals a lot, and I feel like knowing that we had this program in high school, I definitely wanted to enjoy it. So last year, one of my friends, I got talking to her a little bit more about it, and she told me all the fun stuff that you can do and all the stuff you can get involved to. And so once I joined it, I definitely experienced all that, and I really enjoyed being in it.
Yeah. So as a junior, you became involved, rolling into what will be your senior year. You're the president.
Yes, I am.
Well, how the heck did that happen?
Well, so when I heard that we were applying for officers, I was like, you know what? I want to try out and be an officer next year. So I submitted my application, and then a week or two later, I got an email that Mr. Thomas sent to me, and then I got a text from my friend Claire about how I was president, and I was just super excited in the moment.
You got a lot to get done, girlfriend.
I do, yes.
Yeah, you got a lot to get done. Tell me this, what's your officer team like? How many other students are there that are your age? Are you all juniors, or do you have some seniors?
No, so this year's officer team is all juniors.
All juniors.
Yes.
Okay. So you guys can really kind of hit the ground running and plan your senior year.
Yeah, and we're all in a class together, and we all get along, so I definitely feel like it's going to be a great year with them. Yeah.
Isn't that going to be fun? Because you got a new teacher.
Yes.
Yeah, a new teacher. So a lot of new things happening for your FFA program. Yeah. Tell me, outside of FFA, are you involved in other activities at school?
I am, yes. I'm involved in many different clubs that are at school, like NHS, Varsity L, Big Brothers, Big Sisters, and then I also do softball and volleyball on the side as well.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
How do you have time for FFA?
It's definitely a lot, but I definitely I work very well with a busy schedule.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does being an FFA mean to you?
So becoming an FFA, I definitely feel as a first year I was very nervous coming in, and knowing that I had friends in there, it definitely made me feel more comfortable. So I definitely feel coming in the FFA, it's definitely made a big impact on my life for that.
Good. Do you see FFA or some of the things you're learning through the program, do you feel like that's going to help you look at a career path down the road?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah. Okay, very good. So probably you were introduced to this kind of iconic blue corduroy jacket.
Yes, I was.
Yeah. That's a big smile.
Yeah.
How do you feel when you put that jacket on?
I definitely feel like very proud of myself because as like my first year in FFA this year, I've earned so many different pins and awards, and I feel like having that on there is just a big accomplishment for myself, and it's like a big achievement.
Yeah. So will you be going to state convention here in just a couple weeks?
I will, yes.
Yeah. First time.
Yes, and it will be my first time, and I'm also getting my state degree as well there.
Oh my gosh! Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's a really big deal to
Yeah.
get your state degree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And shake hands, go up on stage.
Yeah, I'm
do the
super
whole-
excited
yeah.
about it.
Oh, that's great. Congratulations, Hailey.
Thank you.
And thank you, incoming president, Lancaster FFA. A pleasure to bring Hailey onto the Fairfield County Farm page. We love talking to these young people, and we kind of feel like we get the cream of the crop with these FFA kids. So thanks for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.